All right. We are live. Welcome back to the Bree Hive. It has been quite a bit of time, like a month, but that's okay. We are getting back in the swing of things. Go ahead and let me know in the chat if you guys are watching live. Thank you for all of you that are joining live. I know it's been quite a while, but like I said, that's okay. We're going to get right back into the drama on some cases that we have covered before, which seem to never end. I know one of the cases has been going on since like the beginning of 2021, and we keep thinking that it's going to cancel, but it keeps going forward. Another one, several years, Jack Daniels, that one for several years. So we're going to get into some of the updates that we missed while I was out of here. If you are new to this channel, I am Boss Attorney Bree, and here on this channel, we cover celebrity lawsuits, trademark lawsuits, copyright lawsuits, and really whatever the heck we feel like covering. And today we are going to be covering a little bit of everything that we cover, right? Because we're going to do a trademark lawsuit, which went up to the Supreme Court. So that's cool. We have an opinion on that. We also are going to be covering celebrity lawsuits, including for Kim Kardashian and Floyd Mayweather is included in this lawsuit. We thought Kim was going to get off the hook. I thought Kim was going to get off the hook. I have to eat my own words. We're going to look into why that cryptocurrency case is continuing on. And then we got our good friend Tom Girardi, who has been diagnosed with dementia, but has been found competent to testify for himself for fraud he is accused of at his own trial. So we're going to look into some of those cases. Let me know if you guys remember those cases. Let me know which case you're interested in hearing first. I kind of got an order in my head, but definitely love the feedback. Welcome in. Let me see who's here live, joining, being loyal. I know I've been missing. I know I have been missing in action. A lot of things going on. We'll probably catch up on those things towards the end of the stream, but I am just happy to be back. We have Summer Butterfly giving us a pink waving hand. Thank you so much. Hope you are here live with us now. Law Nerd Amber says, oh, heck yeah. Yeah, we're back. We're back in action. So happy to have you here live today. Kimmy Locker, member of the channel, saying hello. Bree Hive, I missed everybody. I missed you all too. I miss doing this. It has been hard, but we're back at it. We are back at it. We have Tanya D, one of our longest members, I think the longest member of the Bree Hive, saying, hey, Bree Hive, dropping a sunflower emoji. Hello. Welcome back to the live stream. I am excited to get into the cases. Nice to see you. Rachel Mill says, finally getting back to those corrupt Kardashians. Like, what's not going on with them? We're going to talk about the crypto stuff, but there has been some other stuff coming out about them as well that may or may not make it onto the channel. Tiny D says, I know, right? They always have a lawsuit going on. Do you think now that since I feel like they're getting less popular, I'm hoping that the lawsuits slow down for them. I'm hoping that it is, because they won't be so much in the limelight anymore, but we'll see. Jazzy G says, hi, Bree in chat. Hello, welcome into the live stream. Nice to see you here tonight. Law Nerd Amber saying, hey, y'all, hello. I'm happy to have you here live. Nice to see you. Mary Malarkey is giving us a wave. Hello, welcome back into the live stream. Law Nerd Amber says, hit the like button for the algorithm, or let the algorithm know you're here. Yes. See, I completely forgot how to stream, y'all. I was trying to get my setup going. I finally got 2 monitors back, so it's going to take some getting used to being back here on the YouTube. But of course, if you have not already, please do hit the like button to help us out in the algorithm. We need all the help we can get to get back on track to our goal. I don't know if that's our goal anymore, but we'll talk about it, okay? Law Nerd Amber says, I already read that one. All right, Tanya saying hi to everyone, saying hi. Tanya D says, I like your hair, Bree. Cute. Oh, thank you. This was a like, I need to do something with my hair. Let me throw something together, but it did come out cute. I might keep it. So thank you so much. Let's see, saying hi to Kimmy. And Word says, hello, want to hear Kardashian case first, please? Okay, we can get into Kardashians. it's not fully a Kardashian case, but we'll talk about it. Jazzy saying hi to Tanya, Kimmy. Okay, everybody's saying hi to each other. And Rachel Mills says they stole from Britney Spears. The Kardashians recently? I got to get back into my celebrity news. It took so much strength for me to find these cases because there was like nothing popping up. I'm telling y'all, when I looked up these cases, there was nothing popping up. So is this something recent? I will look into it. Stealing from Britney Spears is a no-no. MH San Diego says, good to see you again. Happy to have you back here live. Kimmy Lockett says, how's your new job been, Bree? Hopefully you're enjoying it and being treated like the queen you are so the hive doesn't have to swarm. Yes, new job has been fun. Like I said, a lot of adjusting going on since we got back from the honeymoon. Job is going good. I was pretty much at court all day today, which was cool because it helped me reach my goals for the day. But it has been lovely. I love the people that I'm working with, and I'm super happy, ready to have the job or my experience with the law firm join. So it's going great. It has made it very hard for me to live stream. I will tell you that it has made it very hard for me to live stream because I have like things I have to meet each day. So Rachel Mills says their business manager is the one who stole Britney Spears' money from her and helped her father set up the conservatorship. Wow. I did not see that, but I bet I know where I can find that information, probably on Emily D. Baker, huh? Also, I cannot see it here on StreamYard. Summer Butterfly has been a member for 2 months, saying watching live. Thank you so much for being a member of the channel. We definitely appreciate the support, especially while I was missing in action. Definitely still appreciate the support, and I'm happy that you are here watching live. Okay, let's see. Where are we? Rachel Mills said, oh, I think I read that one. Rachel says a bunch of money went missing from Britney. I think I've heard of that before involving the Kardashians too. I don't know. Maybe I think I have heard of that, but maybe more is coming out now. Share Truck says, welcome, miss you. These are topics I have been curious about. Well, not the Kardashians, but the others. The Kardashian case actually has other people involved, but she's just like one of the big names, so we use her for the thumbnail. But super happy to have you here live with us today. Mamas, or MN Mama saying, good evening, welcome in. Kimmy Locker says, yay, I love to hear the first part of that. Yes, of course. Talking about the job, yeah, it's going great. Fan says, hey, Bree, awesome to see you. Thank you. Nice to have you here live with us today. And hey, Alana Amber says, just look up Lou Taylor, Bree. Yes, to see what is going on with the Britney Spears stuff. I will. I've been avoiding the internet, y'all. But we're back. We are back. And we're going to get into some good, juicy stuff that probably not a lot of people are covering, but that's okay because we're going to cover it. Rogue Law Tube, here we go. Okay, let's go ahead. So the Kim Kardashian case also involves Floyd Mayweather. And I feel like every time I cover this case, I say, I think it also has Jake Paul in it, but I never really confirm. I'm pretty sure I confirm it like halfway through. And so with this case, let's go ahead and pull up our girl, Kim Kardashian. Don't know which face she is using right now, right here. But Kim Kardashian, Floyd Mayweather, and like I said, I believe Jake Paul were being accused of falsely or promoting cryptocurrency without disclosing that they were being paid for it and actually just making it like a suggestion. And so the Security Exchange Commissions actually fined Kim Kardashian for sure. I'm pretty sure they also fined Floyd Mayweather, if I'm not mistaken, but Kim K was fined, I believe, either 2.6 million or 1.6 million. I can't remember exactly the number that she was fined for basically not disclosing that she was being paid for the promotion of the Ethereum Max coin, which has nothing to do with Ethereum, but and it's basically a pump and dump scheme. We have been covering this case literally since, was it January 2021 or January 2022? Can't remember. One of those times. Pretty sure it might have been 2022 because I wasn't streaming 2021. So yeah, January 2022 is when we started this case, and we are now halfway. Oh my gosh. We are halfway through the year 2023. That is insane. But the case is still going on, and we really haven't done much in the case. And so I do have the opinion on keeping the case going. However, it is 88 pages. It is 88 pages, and I have not had the opportunity to go through it to find the juicy parts. So we're just going to look at an article to go over this case. Let's go ahead and jump into it. And we already have kind of a long opinion for the Jack Daniels doggy toy case. So we're going to go ahead and do the article for Kim K. And then we'll go ahead and do the article for Tom Girardi. And then we'll go ahead and do the opinion for the Supreme Court case, which we said we will have an answer in June. And it's June. Here we are. Oh my gosh, y'all. Did I miss? I know some stuff has been happening with Kohlberger, but his hearing is not until next on the 26th, right? Or was it May 26th? Did I miss that? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna have to look. Let's get going. I just lost my husband. I need some water. I forgot how to stream, y'all. Okay, let's get into Kim K, our good friend that is not our friend of the channel. All right. A new ruling in a case brought by investors in a now worthless crypto token is a warning to celebrities and social media influencers like reality star Kim Kardashian. If you're paid to hype a dicey investment to your followers, you may be liable when they take your advice. So again, a little bit more information on the actual case. Kim Kardashian said all of her friends have this coin. So people said they bought the coin because Kim Kardashian and all her friends had the coin. So it must be a good coin. The price of it went up and then it plummeted down. And that's why they're calling it a pump and dump scheme. U.S. District Judge Michael Fitzgerald of Los Angeles refused to toss the California unfair competition claims against Kim Kardashian or against Kardashian, boxing champion Floyd Mayweather, and NBA Hall of Famer Paul Pierce. That's who I always mix it up. It's Paul Pierce, not Jake Paul. There's another case with Jake Paul in it that we covered though. But okay. Paul Pierce for allegedly deceptive promotion of Ethereum Max tokens in the midst of the 2021 crypto boom. The judge who had previously granted the celebrity's motion to dismiss the prospective class action found that the 162-page amended complaint adequately alleged that Kardashian, Mayweather, and Pierce were profiting off endorsements at the fans' expense by touting an investment opportunity that had no legitimate business plan. Oh yeah, and Floyd Mayweather, I believe, was saying you can buy tickets to his fight with Jake Paul with this cryptocurrency and trying to get people to buy it that way. I do remember that. Yes, so they did initially dismiss it, and I thought they were not going to be able to come back and make allegations sufficient enough to beat the beat their failure to state a claim 12B6 motion. But it looks like the judge is saying that they did, and they did it with 162 pages. That's a lot of pages. You know, we're not talking Samantha Markle and, you know, about to get kicked out of a federal court with her defamation case against Meghan Markle. These lawyers came and brought it with 162 pages. That had to be a beast to edit. Okay, but let's get back into it. The celebrities aimed their promotional efforts at already dedicated followers who were particularly vulnerable to their messages. Fitzgerald said, rejecting defense arguments that plaintiffs could not reasonably have relied on celebrities' social media posts to make investment decisions. Okay, it can happen. Hyping a crypto token without disclosing you've been paid to do so without having any legitimate basis to believe the token's value is an unscrupulous and thereby unfair practice. Precedent in the Ninth Circuit, Fitzgerald said, calls for courts evaluating consumers' unfair competition claims to balance the alleged harm to consumers against the utility of the defendant's conduct. Plaintiff's lawyers from Scott and Scott, he said, plausibly allege that the Emacs charade exemplified cryptocurrency scam advertised through social media. And remember, during this time, a lot of people were trying to invest in the stock market. So who are you going to follow? You're going to follow the rich people because they're rich for a reason, right? The celebrity defendants, according to the judge, provided no argument to tip the balance in their favors. Judge says defendants do not offer a single benefit of allowing celebrities to endorse unvetted products without disclosing that they are being paid to do so. Kardashian counsel Michael Rhodes of Cooley referred my email query to a Kardashian spokeswoman. Oh, this is the writer saying this. She did not respond. Kardashian, who paid 1.26 million last October to resolve the U.S. Security Exchange Commission allegations that she promoted Emacs without disclosing its $250,000 payment to her, argued in her motion to dismiss investors' claims that neither of her two Instagram posts about the tokens were false or misleading, and that plaintiff could not show they lost money as a result of her post. Okay, she says it's not false or misleading, but did your friends really own this coin? Because that was her post. Remember, she said, all my friends are getting the Ethereum Max. If you want to know what to invest in next, all my friends have this. Come on. I bet all of your friends are not doing that. Okay. Pierce defense lawyer John Weiner. It's probably not John Weiner. Maybe it's Weiner. That's a horrible last name. Horrible last name of Kat and Muchin Rusenman. Some people have the strangest last name. Katin Muchin Rosenman declined to comment through a firm spokesperson. Pierce's dismissal motion argued that his tweets promoting Emacs, including a tweet about his $2 million profit from his own stake in the tokens, were inconsequential puffery that no investor could have reasonably relied upon as financial advice. Pierce, who allegedly received nearly $250,000 in Emacs tokens as payment for touting the investment, paid $1.4 million in February to settle the Security Exchange Commission allegations. Why did he pay more and they received the same amount of money? I think he made more posts probably for deceptive security promotions. Mayweather is represented by James Sanders, finally, a couple of people with some normal names, of Reed Smith, who did not respond to my email query. Why would they respond to you? Other than I have no comment. Okay. The boxer who is accused of promoting the tokens by wearing clothing with Emacs labels and appearances leading to his 2021 bout with social media influencer Logan Paul argued in his dismissal motion that Mayweather never made any statements explicitly endorsing Emacs, let alone false statements. The judge nevertheless said consumers might have concluded that Mayweather had a real stake in Emacs because he allowed his fight against Paul to be a launch pad for the tokens. And he also said you can buy your tickets and get a discount if you buy the Emacs coin. Okay, Floyd, you be in trouble a lot for lying, okay? So we're not even going to go there with you. Fitzgerald cautioned the plaintiff's lawyers from Scott and Scott will eventually have to explain exactly how each defendant allegedly deceptive promotion affected Emacs values. That may prove to be quite difficult, he said, but at this preliminary stage of the case, the judge concluded that Scott and Scott can move ahead based on his theory that the market for the token was distorted by celebrity endorsement. I'm going to say they're probably going to settle this. They have to settle this because Kim Kardashian, Floyd Mayweather, Paul Pierce probably does not want to spend this much money trying to fight this action. They made the post. You can argue it's not deceptive, but at the end of the day, I think it's going to be hard for the plaintiffs to show that their particular post encourage that person to buy the Emacs coin. I mean, you can, I guess, but with a class of people, sure, I guess you can, but it's going to be tough, like the judge is telling them it's going to be tough. So that'll be an interesting thing to see. I'm sure it's going to settle, almost positive. They're going to do a settlement and we're not going to know what it's for, how much they get. I should note that the judge also refused to dismiss investors' Florida state security law claims against Emacs insiders and said Scott & Scott can try one more time to replead some of the client's California security claims. The incredibly dense 85-page decision analyzes, it's a big decision, numerous other theories and allegations, but I've hit the highlights, says the person writing the article. Let's see. There's quite a bit more. Let's see, where were we at? Broadly speaking, the lawsuit alleges that Emacs tokens were a pump and dump scheme in which insiders used celebrity endorsements to drive up prices before leading a stampede to sell the tokens. Emacs prices, according to the complaint, never recovered from the sell-off. The company denies any violation of state consumers and security laws. Of course you do. Emacs counsel from King and Spalding did not respond to my request to comment. I don't see why you think they would. Scott & Scott did not assert security claims against Kardashian, Pierce, and Mayweather. That's in contrast to the strategy pursued by some of the plaintiffs' lawyers suing FTX celebrity endorsers. Sean Masson of Scott & Scott, which filed its initial complaint in January 2022, 10 months before the SEC announced its settlement with Kardashian, said the celebrity's promotion of Emacs sparked the firm's interest in the token. This is a small project with extremely big celebrities endorsing it. Once you start tugging, you see why they were paid. Misleading celebrity endorsements, said the Masson, were the very essence of the Emacs business model. Yes, you want the cool people to promote what you have, what you're selling. The new ruling, let's get it together, Bree. The new ruling should serve as a blueprint for crypto investors who contend they were duped by celebrity promoters. After Fitzgerald tossed the plaintiff's previous complaint for, among other things, failing to establish that investors relied on the celebrity's allegedly deceptive statements, he said. Scott went back to name the plaintiffs to document how endorsements affected their investment decisions. The beefed up amended complaint convinced the judge that investors had plausibly accused the celebrity influencers of doing just that, exerting influence over their followers by endorsing Emacs tokens, which is all they need to do. Plead facts sufficient enough to state a claim. Fitzgerald's previous decision dismissing the claim against Kardashian and the other Emacs promoters might have created an impression that celebrities can't be held responsible for the allegedly deceptive crypto touting. Tuesday's ruling said corrects that misimpression. The decision leaves no room for doubt. You cannot get away with this. I don't know how I feel about it. Part of me feels like the judge is letting it go forward. Not to say the judge is not doing their job, but it almost seems like it's going forward to kind of, make sure celebrities and influencers don't do it in the future. Are they going to be able to prove that each celebrity's post made particular investors lose their money? Probably not. I'm going to go with probably not. We can't. I think the claims have already been dismissed of them knowing that it was a pump and dump, all of the things. So I don't know. I think it's something that should settle, but it could potentially go forward. I've been wrong before. So I think it was settled, though. I do. What do you guys think in the chat? And if you're watching on the replay, what do you think in the comment section? And if you are watching and you have not hit the like button yet, please do hit the like button. We are back in action. Cheryl C., welcome back to the live stream, saying, hi, everyone. I'm a few minutes, okay, behind, but I'm catching up on 2 times speed. I'll be back to the future with all of you shortly. Well, we are looking forward to catching up with you. Tanya saying, welcome to Cheryl C. And Ward says, good with the mad face. Rachel Mills says, I know too much about Free Britney. I apologize. That is okay. We can look into it. Lawnered Amber says, Rachel, do not apologize. Free Britney is a movement that matters. Yes, indeed. first of all, we got to protect Britney Spears, and we definitely need to protect her from the Kardashians, okay? Leonard Amber says, hey, Sherry, good to see you, or see you soon. Tanya D says, crazy that 2023 is halfway over. That blows my mind. It boggles my brain, okay? Hella Swanky says, yo, welcome back, Bree. Yo, where you been at? Well, you could probably say the same to me. Welcome back, Hella Swanky. Nice to see you in the live stream today. I was like, where you at? Where you at? But you're here, so welcome back. Tiny D saying, what's good, Hella Swanky? Same old, same old. All right. Honor saying hi to Hella Swanky. Kimmy saying to Rachel, never apologize for your passions and interests unless they hurt someone. And the Free Britney movement is the exact opposite of that. Yes, love to see it. Rachel Mills says, I hope they bankrupt or at least cause Kim K some small pain in the butt for her. Pain in her butt? I don't know if that's a possibility. I don't think she has any feeling there. My opinions only. That was too much. Sorry. I couldn't let that one go. But yeah, hopefully they put a little dent. She already had to pay $1.26 million. Okay. So, I mean, I guess that's nothing in her $30 million or $30 billion. Is it billion or million? I think it's million. $30 million she make a year. Boo, I'm a ghost. Cute name says, hi all, hello, and welcome to the live stream. Cheryl C says, yay, I made it. Welcome. I was already welcoming you, but you had already caught up because I'm late in the chat as always. As always, I'm super late. That's okay. We'll get there. Let's see. PJ investigates, found through her. Working on a business. Let's see. Trying to get to the chats. Jane Soder, welcome back to the live stream. Nice to see you here. Jazzy G, cracking up. Tanya D says, go ahead and hit the like button on your way in to support the channel. It's free. Yes, it is free, and it's fun, like, to hit the thumbs up. Like, let's just do it. Elise Lynch, welcome back to the live stream, saying cooking dinner, but I'm listening. Love it. What are you having for dinner? Let us know when you get a chance. Deacon Fiddle says, hi, boss attorney Bree in chat, and how was the honeymoon? The honeymoon was fabulous. A fabulous 10 days it was. Which I have not updated any community that I have, I actually injured myself. So your girl has a limp now. I limp when I walk. Oh my gosh, at my young age. But yes, I injured my foot on one of the excursions, and it's still taking its time to heal. But other than that, shindig and oh my gosh, y'all, my foot was swollen. They said it's just a sprain, but it hurts. It still hurts. I can barely like walk downstairs without looking goofy. But other than that, it was a good time. We did pool parties. We did beach. We did snorkeling. We swam in cenotes. It was a really, really good time. I also worked, but that's okay. I still had cases to handle. But the honeymoon was wonderful. Happy to have you back here, Deacon Fatal. Deacon Fatal says, well, from what I have seen so far, it's a hot mess. Talking about this crypto case. If it has anything to do with that family, I'm like, nah. It gives us things to talk about, though. Deacon Fatal saying hi to Tanya D. Boo, I'm a ghost says the shade. Yes, always the shade. Always the shade. Tanya D, thank you so much for the super chat, saying just a little gift to support the channel and welcome you back, Mrs. Boss Attorney Bree. Thank you so much. I definitely appreciate it. I'm super happy to be back. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm like smiling, having a good time. I've missed this so much. Like, this is so fun to me, but I have to get a schedule down. I know I talked about this before the honeymoon, but I definitely will have to get something going. So we may not have the topics that come out that day. It may be like a 2-day-old topics, but I need to be able to set up the streams to make sure that I can do them instead of trying to like last minute put things together. Because normally that's what I would do before I started working somewhere else. But now I can't do that. I have to plan like days in ahead. So I thank you so much for supporting the channel and also giving the channel a super chat, which is also support. Thank you so much. Z Seltzer says, hi, I made it. Hello, welcome in. Nice to see you here live today. Deacon Fatal says, when I say I'm too poor to talk about this, Hey, 1.26 million. I know you got that in your bank account. I know we all have it in our minds. Yep, another Maria is a Maria. Love that name. Saying hello. I popped in to say hi. Well, hello, welcome. We are happy to have you here today. I love that name. Saying, oh no. Yes, I am clumsy, apparently. Jane Stoddard says, we need the story, Brie. I will tell you the story. I actually have a video like right before it happened. Adventurous. I'll tell the story at the end of the stream. Let's get through the cases. I will. Deacon Beto says, well, this is a good time to have a husband nurse. No, he has not helped. This is on live stream, but don't tell nobody. He is not helping me. He's just letting me suffer. I'm looking at the door because I don't want him to come in here. Tell him to get to work. Tell him, please, for me. Oh gosh. All right. Nice to see everyone here. Dreaming, love Dreaming. Peach says, welcome back. Thank you. In parentheses, we got Kat. Welcome back into the live stream. Nice to see you as well. Everyone saying hi. Sue Magic says, hi, I missed you, girl. Congratulations. How was the honeymoon? Yes, honeymoon was amazing. I guess I'm going to tell my story of my injury on my honeymoon. I have something to remember it by forever, probably. But that's okay. That's okay. I'll tell it later on in the stream. But nice to have you back here in the live stream. Mary Malarkey says, yes, you're behaving like a newlywed, which you should. Yes, that is good. I guess that's a good perspective, right? Deacon Fatal says, I didn't hear anything about what? I forget what I'm talking about. That has not changed. Jane Stoddard says, bahaha, he is watching. Is he? No, he's not watching. He's in the next room, so he could probably hear me talking mess, but I don't think he's watching live. I'll watch him pop up in the chat just because I said that. Because he can hear me. He can hear me. All right. So that was Kim Kardashian's case. Not Kim Kardashian, Floyd Mayweather, Kim Kardashian, Paul Pierce in their cryptocurrency. The case is going to go forward. Are we going to get a settlement here? I think it should be a settlement, but I also think that settlements are hard with class actions, but I could be wrong because I'm not a class action attorney. So I don't know. I don't know. Deacon Fatal says, I want to make a joke about it, but I'm not going to do it. That's okay. That's okay. We make jokes here. So Magic says, good for you. I sprained my ankle on the first night of my... Oh my gosh. Luckily, it was not the first night. That would have been miserable. But I'm sorry to hear that happened to you. Would like to know how that happened. If you feel comfortable sharing in the chat, I will definitely tell you guys what I did. The thing about me is I think I'm pretty reckless with my feet and my legs. Like I'm always bumping my toes or legs or whatever it is. And this time, I guess the Lord said, okay, you got to suffer some consequences because you're always bumping into things. So it took me out. Did not think what I did should have resulted in this, but it did. And now I have to deal with it. Tanya D says he needs to get you some water. I do need some water. So let's see if he pops up in the chat so I can ask him for some water. And where it says straight to prison, straight to prison. Yes. Honeymoon prison. Deacon Fiddle says, okay, why are they dealing with crypto? This has been going on for a while. You late to the party. Z Celsius says 2 weeks before my wedding, I got burned on my foot, and we joked that I got branded to brand you into the marriage. That's a good one. That is a good one. I did not know there was this many honeymoon stories. Like, are these bad omens or are these good things? Let me know. Let me know. Okay, let's go ahead and get into Tom Girardi. Let's get into Tom Girardi and the fact that he is competent to stand trial despite being diagnosed with dementia. For those of you who do not know who the heck I'm talking about, I am talking about Erika Jayne or Erika Girardi. husband, who was a California lawyer that is being accused of basically defrauding his clients. We have covered this case and some of the spurring out cases, other cases that have stemmed from it. We have covered these cases several times on this channel. Tom has just kind of been, quiet because he has dementia and thinking that he won't have to face the consequences. So a lot of the lawsuits have been coming out against Erika Jayne, and that's why she is on the thumbnail. It's not actually about her today, but it is about her husband. But I didn't want to put a picture of him on my thumbnail, but that's okay. That's not nice. Okay, whatever. But anyways, it's about her husband and the court finding him competent to stand trial, and he has dementia. He's gonna forget the fraud. Anyways, he was a California lawyer. He makes us do more things when we are reapplying for our bar license a year. So thanks for that, Tom Girardi. Good job on that. And he has a lot of fraud charges against him. A lot of malpractice claims against him. A lot of stealing money. Lots of borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. A lot of that stuff going on. So let's go ahead and take a look at this guy in this case and see what is going on here. I see y'all getting off track already. It's my first day back. Let's stay on track. Let's see. Learn how to StreamYard, Bree. Okay. Ex-lawyer Tom Girardi is competent to stand trial in the embezzlement case, psychologist says. They like to keep calling him disgraced attorney Tom Girardi. What a name for him. Is mentally fit to face trial on embezzlement charges despite his Alzheimer's, I said dementia, but it's an Alzheimer's diagnosis, according to a court-appointed psychologist. Remember, they had a test done on him. They said, nope, go to trial. The former high-powered Los Angeles attorney, best known for appearing on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills with his estranged wife, Erika Jayne, will face a federal judge on August 3rd. As you can see, this is a live reaction from me. That's kind of close. Neuropsychologist Dr. Diana Goldstein has concluded her examination and opined, among other things, that defendant is competent to stand trial. Girardi, 83, who ran the now defunct law firm Girardi Keys. Oh, just imagine your law firm getting shut down because you're a fraud. Was indicted in February on 5 counts of wire fraud. Only 5? Federal prosecutors allege that 83-year-old lied to his clients and bilked them out of more than $15 million from 2010 and 2020. Imagine how much he took for all the years that he was licensed, because he's been licensed since like the 70s, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, just imagine how much it would be if we went all the way back. Girardi Keys' former financial chief officer, Kristen Kamen, 49, faces similar charge, and both men face a prison sentence of up to 20 years. Jeez Louise, there's our friend Erika Jayne with her husband. Our ex-husband, exchange husband. Oh, this is what he looks like now. He definitely looks a lot different. It's a big change. Oh, okay. And that's from 2021. Authorities allege Girardi and Kamen used their client settlement money to fund payroll, bankroll personal expenses, and pay other client settlement that they had already misappropriated. They was robbing Peter to pay Paul, and also sending his wife on luxury vacations, allegedly, and buying her nice gifts, allegedly, which I think some of them have already been proved to not be allegedly anymore, but I don't know which ones are, so we're just going to say allegedly. Let's see. In doing so, they allegedly preyed on the very people who trusted and relied upon them most, their clients. Let's see. That's what the attorney general, or that's what the U.S. attorney said. Girardi was disbarred last year. Why did it take so long? But it's done. He was disbarred last year after the State Bar of California received over 205 complaints against the veteran attorney. Girardi was part of the legal team that successfully sued Pacific Gas and Electric in 1993 for contaminating the groundwater in the small town of Hinckley, California. The case was the basis of the 2001 Oscar-winning film Aaron Brockovich. Girardi and Jayne were sued by Ellison PC, a Chicago-based class action firm, on behalf of a number of Boeing plane crash victims for allegedly embezzling settlement funds meant to help the victims of Lion Air Flight 610. Hey, honey, can you bring me some water? Thank you. Yes, they already know that you're cutting work. Trying to say he's cutting work now. Jayne, who denied the charges, was dismissed from the case in January 2022. He looks so different. That he aged so quickly. So quickly. Let's see. The reality TV star filed a divorce from Girardi in November 2020 after 21 years of marriage. The divorce case has been held up since the Girardi Keese law firm filed bankruptcy. They don't want her skipping out with the funds. Girardi's brother Robert had been serving as the disgraced lawyer's conservator after the former attorney underwent a mental assessment in February 2021. Dr. Nathan Lavitt, a Long Beach forensic and clinical psychiatrist, wrote in a sworn affidavit that Girardi suffered the late onset Alzheimer's disease and dementia. Girardi remains free on a $250,000 bond. I probably will go and try to find the document of them saying that he is good to face trial now. Thank you, darling. The document the psychiatrist wrote that he's good to go to trial. But August 3rd, I mean, I guess they have to get the case going quickly because apparently his mental capacity is diminishing, and he probably won't be capable of standing trial for much longer, right? Let's see where we're at. I'm going to come up to where we left off in the chat to see what the peeps are saying in the chat. And as you know, now I am behind 10 minutes in the chat. Okay. Deacon Fatal says, all I can say is old boy might have been breaking ankles in bed. Who are you talking about? Deacon Fatal says, I would see myself out. Yeah. I don't know. What are you referring to? My mind just went somewhere else. Sue Magic says, dancing down the beach with my friend, but got VIP treatment and healed by snorkeling. Snorkeling was hard with an injured foot, but dancing down. Well, at least you were happy. You were happy on there. And Rose says, so wild. Yes, wild. That's what honeymoons are for. Okay, maybe my mind did not go to the wrong place because I think people are picking up what you put down. Deacon Fiddle says, yeah, that isn't good. Kimmy Locker says, oh, I wouldn't mind being healed by snorkeling. Where'd you go? Snorkeling is amazing, and I'll have some pretty good pictures or some pretty good videos of snorkeling, so maybe we'll get those posted. Cheryl C says, there are a lot of questions as to whether he legitimately has dementia or not. Bingo! I think that's what it is. A lot of people are speculating that he doesn't actually have these issues and is basically like a cop-out. And apparently the psychiatrist says, okay, you may have it or you may not have it, but you are going to trial. It's not bad enough to where you can't go to trial. So they probably caught him in some lies or some coming out of his dementia. I don't know. Tanya D says, I guess they are going to let him talk and see what he says. Yep. Let him talk. And then they can appeal it later. Jane Stoddard says, so funny, generational change. When I think of Tom Girardi, I think of the movie Aaron Bokovich, not Housewives. That is exactly what they mentioned in the article. And I've never seen that movie, but I did see him on Housewives for sure. Mr. CKB, welcome back into the live stream, saying it's funny how the guy with all the bar rules broke all the rules. Right. Broke all the rules. And now he's saying he can't go to trial and he doesn't know what happened, right? Boo Amago says, I want Tom Girardi to be held accountable regardless. I agree with you there. Deacon Fatal says, oh, Alzheimer's is different from dementia. It looks like they say he has both. So I guess we're not wrong. Kimmy Locker says Alzheimer's is a type of dementia, which is technically means of loss of mind and is a category of diagnosis rather than a diagnosis itself. So you weren't wrong. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the explanation. That's why I love my chat, because my chat knows everything. If I don't know it, they will know it for sure. For sure. Thank you for that, Kimmy Locker. Deacon Fiddle says, okay, that's a lot of years. That is a lot of years. Sue Magic says, so many years he got away with this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, he was licensed in like the 70s. Tanya D says to Mr. CKB, he knew them all, so he knew how to maneuver around them, and allegedly knew a lot of people working for the bar so that he can get around. Maybe nice lunches, nice dinners provided by his clients' monies. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Probably. Cheryl C says, I don't feel bad for any of them. All of the attorneys in that practice knew this was happening, and they still lived a lavish life. They did not correct it. I agree with you there. I only wish they could go back and punish everyone, including the California bar members who were involved, who conveniently no longer work for the California bar, right? Conveniently. Deacon Fiddle says, oh, okay, yep. He's PP. I don't know what that means. Kimmy Locker says to Jane Stoddard, when Erika Jayne started on Housewives, she said that her husband was the attorney in the Aaron Brockovich, I hope I'm saying that right, Brockovich trial, so some could say it's a cross-generational show. Potentially, yes. But a lot of people are going to bring, the thing is, I think a lot of people are going to bring up Housewives more because I think that it might be more popular in modern times. It could definitely be a crossover, but putting Housewives in a headline, I think, gets a lot more attention than mentioning that movie, because I never heard of that movie until today. Sorry. Let's see. Kimmy Locker says they shouldn't, but they could. Deacon Fiddle says he's poo. Oh, that was the PP. He's PP and poo. Deacon Fiddle says this guy. Deacon Fiddle says stress can make you age with a quickness. He definitely did. Like sometimes when people are going through cases, they purposely make themselves look different, i.e. Amber Heard trying to make herself look like a distressed, abused woman. And so some people do it on purpose, or if they want to look innocent, they'll put like little pigtails on and little bright colored clothes or whatever you might want to call it. But in this case, I don't think this is a dressing him up thing. I think he's just really, really aging. Soon Magic says, what is your husband's specialty in nursing? I'm neuro ICU nurse in Boston. He is a psychiatry tech at the moment, working on his RN. I'm putting all his business out there. Working on becoming an RN, and he wants to work in the emergency room. So maybe you got some good information for him. Deacon Fiddle says, don't worry about it. That's a good question to Cheryl C. 80 says, is malingering a medical diagnosis? I don't know. Kimmy Locker says Brockovich. What am I calling it? Brockovich? Brockovich. Yes, I was saying it wrong. Welcome to the Brie. AD says there was a mafia boss that fainted mental illness, fake mental illness. I'm going to assume. Jane Stoddard says, Bree and Hive, if you haven't seen the Erika you put Brockovich. Oh, I guess that's right. Brockovich. You need to. It's excellent. Julia Roberts won an Oscar for it. I might have to go and watch it, and since I'm covering Tom Girardi for sure, huh? Kimmy says to Jane, do you know where it is streaming? How can we find the movie? Everything's streaming now. We can't go get DVDs and VHSs. That's as far back as I go. I don't know what else. No, I guess you could have like the little projector thing. I go back to VCRs. Mary Malika says, didn't Julia Roberts play? Yeah, apparently. I don't know who she played, but apparently she was in the movie. Kimmy Locker says to AD, yes, malingering can be a medical diagnosis. Thank you, Kimmy, giving us the medical stuff. Deacon Fatal says, okay, I'm looking at this last mess with the boat. That wasn't a sub. Not the submarine thing. Not this mess with the boat. It's not a boat. It's a submersive. Okay. It's was the Hebriz for me. Oh, the breeze for you. I know. I need to look at that. I do. I see it popping up on TikTok. I have not looked into it. I think people are not taking it serious. But if that's something y'all want to look into, it probably will become a lawsuit at some point. Probably will become a lawsuit. But if you guys want to take a look at the boat, according to Deacon Fatal, the boat submarine. We can look at that case too. And I'm not laughing at the people, but I'm laughing at the memes that have come out of the situation. Sorry for the people that did it, but who advised you to get on the boat? Okay. Last people that got on a boat. I'ma stop there. Okay. And then you went to go see the boat that sunk, the Titanic. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what could have been going through those people's heads. Sue Magic says best of luck to him. I will let him know you said it if he's not watching. Mary Malaki says, I love to see your hubby's face if I was stuck in an emergency. That's not funny. You're gonna make him have to work in the backstages because no. Don't be looking at my man, okay? Definitely watch Aaron Brockovich. I think I'm still butchering it, but I'm trying here, okay? Cheryl C says, for those who haven't seen Aaron Brockovich, what are you waiting for? It's such a good film, but Tom Girardi is not the main attorney. Ed Massery, he's the attorney that comes in much later, aka Kurt. His name is Kurt. Deacon Fatal says, I would think the movie is on YouTube and Prime as far as that movie. Kimmy Lockett says it was a submergish. Oh my gosh, we can't make light of these people's lives, okay? These people's lives. The movie is on Peacock, Netflix, and all other streaming channels. Thank you, Tanya D. Okay, so it's easy to find. That means I'm gonna have to watch it. Deacon Fatal says no one did. Cheryl C says, well, 5 people died, including 2 teenagers, because they imploded at the bottom of the ocean. So I'm sure there will be a lawsuit. But what did they expect? They said it was like a size of a minivan. It was built from things from freaking Camping World and probably wherever else they found random things to put together this submersive, whatever we're going to call it today. So I don't know. It wasn't a good idea if you ask me. I don't know. Deacon Fatal says no one told them to do that mess. They did not go and talk to anyone before they did that. I would agree with that. Kimmy Locker says, Cheryl C, oh no, I knew the CEO that ignored the safety concerns that ultimately caused the implosion passed, but not the 2 of the 5 were teens. Yeah, so I don't know how anyone could have even survived that, to tell you the truth, because they were in there. Cause hubris. I don't know what that means. Deacon Fatal says, and there were 700 refugees. I don't know. Deacon Fatal said at the same time. I'm not familiar with that. I'm not familiar. Hello Swanky says, don't forget to finesse the algorithm, y'all. Help the stream. Hit the like button. Yes, of course. If you have not already, please do hit the like button. We're having a good time over here, right? Let's hit the like button. Help us out in the algae. I don't know if that's a cool word, but I used it, and now it's too late to take it back. Rachel Mills says James Cameron said the thing was absolute trash. I saw some videos talking about it, and it did not look like I would drive down the street in that thing, yet alone get in it to go under the water. But I digress. I'm not rich. I couldn't afford to go on it anyway. So maybe these are rich people problems that I have no business talking about. I'll go with that. Okay. We got our last case. We actually are making pretty good time. We're moving quite quickly today. Y'all, this water is good. I needed that water. I'm going to drink so much water when I get off this live stream. It's not even funny. And eat candy, which is going to make me drink more water. Okay. Let me see. Let's go ahead and go to the Jack Daniels case. For those of you who do not know what I'm talking about, we have covered this case probably twice on this channel, where Jack Daniels, the owner of Jack Daniels, is suing a doggy toy company who is selling dog toys that look like Jack Daniel bottles. They have also sold toys that look like other alcoholic beverages bottles and other trademark things. And basically they are kind of poking fun. They're calling it what do you call it? I lost the word. But they're basically a parody. Yeah, they're calling it a parody. And so they are doing things like making dog toys that looks like a whiskey bottle. I'm trying to zoom in here. Let's figure out how to stream Brie. And so it's, Jack Daniels. They call it Bad Spaniels. And then they put Tennessee Carpet, and it's Tennessee Whiskers or whiskey. Tennessee Whiskers. Tennessee whiskey. And so they basically copy the whole design and then call it a parody. They went to the trial court. The trial court ruled in favor of, I think, the dog toys. And then, the trial court ruled in favor of Jack Daniels. And then they went to the appeals court, and the appeals court ruled in favor of the dog toy company. And then it went to Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court is ruling in favor of Jack Daniels and remanding the case back down for reasons that I don't know because I haven't read it, and we're going to read it here on the live stream today. This one is also a very long opinion, so I'm wondering if I should just do the article on that one as well. Let's see. How long does it take for them to get into everything? We kind of already went through some of the court's opinion a couple months ago, but this is its full opinion. Okay. I'll probably just read like the beginning of the sections where it explains what's going on. If I can find it, because why are they right? I mean, I guess we want it to be thoroughly explained so we don't have to come back here, but so long. So long. Okay, so we need to come back to page 14, and hopefully I remember that. All right, let's go. Back to the top. Back to the top. Here we are. Okay. Okay, never mind. I thought we were going to read the opening, but the opening is too long. We're just going to go with my brief explanation of what happened. Oh, here we go. Never mind. Here's the explanation. Okay. Jack Daniel's Properties, Inc., which is the petitioners, versus VIP Products, LLC, which is the dog toy company. This is Justin Keegan delivered the opinion of the court. This case is about dog toys and whiskey. This case is about dog toys and whiskey. Two items seldom appearing in the same sentence. Respondent VIP Products makes a squeaky, chewable dog toy designed to look like a bottle of Jack Daniel's whiskey, though not entirely on the toy. For example, the words Jack Daniel's become Bad Spaniels, and the descriptive phrase "Old Number 7 brand Tennessee Sour Mash Whiskey" turns into "Old Number 2 on your Tennessee." The old number 2 on your Tennessee carpet. The jokes did not impress petitioner Jack Daniels. Did it impress you? It did not impress me either. It owns trademarks in the distinctive Jack Daniels bottle and in many of the words and graphics on the label. And it believed Bad Spaniels had both infringed and diluted the trademarks. Bad Spaniels had infringed the marks that the argument ran by leading consumers to think that Jack Daniels had created or was otherwise responsible for the dog toy. And Bad Spaniels had diluted the marks. The argument went on by associating the famed whiskey with, dog excrements, poop and stuff. The Court of Appeals in the decision we reviewed saw things differently. Though the federal trademark statute makes infringement turn on the likelihood of confusion, the Court of Appeals never got to that issue. On the court's view, the First Amendment compels a stringent threshold test when an infringement suit challenges a so-called expressive work. Here, so said the court. The Bad Spaniels toy. And that test knocked out Jack Daniel's claim, whatever the likelihood of confusion. Likewise, Jack's dilution claim fell, though on the issue The problem was statutory. The trademark law provides that the non-commercial use of a mark cannot count as dilution. The Bad Spaniels mark, the court held, failed within the exemption because the toy communicated a message, a kind of parody about Jack Daniels. So Supreme Court is not having it because they go on to say, today we reject both conclusions. The infringement issue is more substantial. In addressing it, we do not decide whether the threshold inquiry applied in the Court of Appeals is ever warranted. We hold only that it is not appropriate when the accused infringer has used a trademark to designate the source of its own good. In other words, has used the trademark as a trademark. That kind of use falls within the heartland of trademark law and does not receive special First Amendment protection. The dilution issue is more simply addressed. The use of the mark does not count as non-commercial just because it parodies or otherwise comments on others' products. Yeah, you're making money off of it. Start at square one with the trademark is and does. The Lanham Act, the core federal trademark statute, defines trademark as follows. Any word to distinguish your goods. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Let me see. And serving the function of trademark benefits the consumers and the producers alike. A source identifying mark enables consumers to select the goods. I don't want to go through all of this. They're explaining what a trademark is. And I want to go into, what page is this? No, this is not the page I was looking for. Too many things. Okay, let's get into the description and things. A bottle of Jack Daniel's Old Number 7 Tennessee Sour Mash Whiskeys boasts a fair number of trademarks. Recall that the bottle looks alike, or better yet, retrieve a bottle from wherever you keep liquor. It's probably there. So this is what the bottle looks like. It's a registered trademark. And then we go down and we see VIP is a dog toy company making and selling a product line of chewable rubber toys that it calls Silly Squeakers. Yes, they squeak when bitten. I like that the judge wanted to elaborate on the fact that the dog toy squeaks when you bite it. Most of the toys in the line are designed to look like and to parody popular beverage brands. There are, to take a sampling, Dos Perros, Smella a Prom, Doggy Walker. VIP has registered trademarks in all of those names as the umbrella term Silly Squeakers. In 2014, VIP added the Bad Spaniels toys to the line. VIP did not apply to register the name or any other feature of Bad Spaniel, but according to its complaint, VIP both owns and uses the Bad Spaniels trademark and trade dress. And Bad Spaniel's trade dress, like the dress of many Silly Squeaker toys, is designed to invoke a distinctive beverage bottle with label. Even if you didn't already know, you probably would not have much trouble identifying which bottle they were referring to. I mean, it looks like a Jack Daniels bottle. Okay? I don't know what they thought. Bad Spaniels is about the same size and shape as an ordinary Jack Daniels bottle, so it's the same size. The faux bottle, like the original, has a black label with stylized white text and white filigreed border. The words Bad Spaniels replace Jack Daniels and a like font and arc. Above the arc is an image of a spaniel, the dog. This is a dog toy after all. Below the arch, the old number 2 on your Tennessee carpet replaces old number 7 Tennessee Sour Mash Whiskey in a similar graphic form. The small print at the bottom substitutes 43 poo by volume and 100% smelly for 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. The toy is packaged for sale with a cardboard hang tag so it can be hung on store shelves. Here is the back of the hang tag. Okay, Silly Squeakers, Bad Spaniels up there. At the bottom is a disclaimer. This product is not affiliated with Jack Daniel's Distillery In the middle are some warnings and guarantees. And at the top, most relevant, here are 2 product logos on the left for Silly Squeakers line and on the right for Bad Spaniels. So it disclaims that it's not related to Jack Daniels at the bottom, thinking that they're saving their butt, but the court says no. Soon after Bad Spaniels hit the market, Jack Daniels sent VIP a letter demanding them to stop. They didn't. This is going to go on through more of the description of what's going on here. I want to get into the court. Okay, here we go. Our first and more substantial question concerns Jack Daniels' infringement claim. Should the company have had to satisfy the Rogers threshold test before the case could proceed to the Lanham Act likelihood of confusion inquiry? The parties addressed that issue in the broadest possible way, either attacking or defending. Rogers in all is possible application. Today, we choose to narrow the path without deciding Rogers has merits in other contexts. We hold that it does not when it alleged infringers uses a trademark in a way that Lanham Act most cares about as a designation of source for an infringer's own goods. VIP used the marks derived from Jack Daniels in that way, so the infringement claim here arises or falls on likelihood of confusion, but that inquiry is not blind to the expressive aspect of Bad Spaniels' toy that the Ninth Circuit highlighted. Beyond source designation, VIP uses the mark at issue in an effort to parody or make fun of Jack Daniels. Let's see. And that kind of message matters in assessing confusion because consumers are not likely to think that the makers of mock product is mocking itself. To see why Rogers' test did not apply here, first consider the case from which it emerged. The defendants there had produced and distributed a film by Federico Fellini. I don't know. That's a lot. Over the decades, let's see. It just doesn't apply. We're not going to go through that whole thing. Okay. Basically saying that test doesn't apply because it's still infringement whether you have a First Amendment right or not. Let's see what they say. We offer as one last example of the limitations of the case with striking the resemblance. Okay, I'm not going to go through that part. Trying to find a more explanatory way. Not explanatory way, but stuff we actually care about. Here, the district court correctly held that VIP uses Black Spaniel trademark as an identifier. Where is the conclusion? Second question. More easily dispatched concerns Jack Daniels' claim of dilution by tarnishment. Recall that the Ninth Circuit dismissed the claim based on one of the Lanham Act's exclusions from the dilution liability for any non-commercial mark. Doesn't apply here because this is commercial. They're selling things, right? Okay. Oh, I guess I started in the wrong spot. Okay. Today's opinion is narrow. We do not decide whether the Rogers test is ever appropriate or how far the non-commercial use exclusion goes. On infringement, we hold only that Rogers does not apply when the challenged use of the mark is as a mark. On dilution, we hold only that non-commercial exclusion does not show parody or other commentary when its use of a mark is similarly source identifying. It is no coincidence that both our holdings turn on whether the use of the mark is serving a source designation function. The Lanham Act makes the fact crucial in its effort to ensure that consumers can tell where goods come from. For reasons stated, we vacate the judgment below and remand for further proceeding consistent with this opinion. So when it goes back down, they'll be able to assess whether a likelihood of a confusion has occurred. They most likely will find that likelihood of confusion has occurred, and then Jack Daniels will win. And then all the other companies who they're also copying will probably bring cases, and then they will win too. So there is that. That opinion was very wordy. I didn't like it. I should have read it before I got on here. But that's okay. We're here now. I am going back up to the chatting. All right. Deacon Fatal says, and yes, I'm very too broke to talk about the 250,000. Boo I'ma go says, I just can't get over that they saw the bootleg controller in there and still thought this would be a safe dive in. Right. Chelsea agrees with Tiny D. Movie night soon. We can do it on Discord. Sounds fun. All right, losing child and spouse. I can't imagine. Oh, they were a family that went down. Tiny D says Tennessee Whiskers. That's the name for the new cat toy line. Hey, they might do it. They might do it. Deacon Vito says, hell, isn't Jack Daniel still in legation? Legation? I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, I know I spelled it wrong. Yeah. I don't know what you mean by that. Jazzy G says, dang, this went to the Supreme Court. Yes, the dog toy and alcohol case went to the freaking Supreme Court. Google it. Only the 19-year-old was on the sub, and according to some reports, he didn't want to go but agreed because it was Father's Day. Oh, the submarine. The submarine. Deacon Fatal says, to the bridge, y'all. Jesse G says, oh, wow, that's sad. Okay. You guys talking about the submarine. Okay. Hey, Kimmy Lockett is heartbreaking. Can't imagine. Is there a Beehive server? Are you talking about Discord? I don't have Discord, but some of the peeps on the Beehive do use Discord to hang out and have fun together without me. No. Deacon Beto says, okay, aren't they still in a argument about the person that made its recipe? Oh, I don't know. I'll have to look that up. Chelsea says to Kimmy Locker, thank you for confirming. I was trying to recall. We got to talk about the submarine. Kimmy C says, Be Locker, I don't think so, but we can get one set up pretty quickly if Bree wants to plan a watch along. I could. I mean, I feel like I have to watch it now because y'all brought it up. But I don't know how to use Discord, so I don't know how that will work out. Deacon Fatal says 43 Pooh by Volume is a great shirt. Well, you don't want to do it. Jack Daniels will come against you if you try to make it look like their stuff. Deacon Fatal says, oh, is the woman that started her liquor brand in the lawsuit? For the Jack Daniels? It's just Jack Daniels company suing. So if she's part of the company, then sure, yeah, she would be. Deacon Fatal says the granddaughter, actually great granddaughter, that started the actual Jack Daniels. I thought that Jack Daniels was allegedly made by a black man, and the Jack Daniels other people took it and made it. I could be lying, but I'm pretty sure I've seen that somewhere before. Gives you gas. Thanks. Assume Magic says, based on the whole line copying brands. Oh no. Yeah, they're copying like every brand they can think of. Deacon Fatal says, you know good and well I abuse spell check. You're not using the spell check, okay? All right, that's the case. I think it's gonna go back down and it's going to Jack Daniels is gonna win, and then this little doggy toy is gonna go bankrupt. That's my opinion of what's gonna happen. Sorry about that, y'all. Okay, so those are all the cases for today. We got through crypto, we got through trademark, we got through dementia, Tom Girardi going to criminal court. So we covered all of our bases in court today. Now we can go ahead and move on. Some of you asked, how did the honeymoon go? I did mention that I dang near broke my foot on the second to last day, or the third to last day. We went for 10 days. Basically what happened is that we were at a cenote, which is like a natural pool, and it was like in a cave, and they had this little dock, I guess you would call it, like a dock that people were jumping off of. And of course the men started the jumping off, and Alpha was one of the men starting the jumping off. They were doing like backflips and stuff. I was not going to do a backflip, but I did want to jump off because every time I go to a cenote or a lake or wherever where you can jump off, I pretty much do jump off. So I did decide to do it, but I said, you know what? I'm not going to wear my life vest to do it because I have jumped into a cenote before without a life vest, so I'm not going to look like a weenie and jump into the cenote with a life vest on like all the men were doing. Because I could do it and I could swim back. And they're like, oh no, it's like 50 feet deep, so you're going to go like super low. You should wear your life vest. And I'm like, no. When you jump in, you really don't go that far down, whether you have on a life vest or not. Now, if you like pass out, maybe you could drown, but I've done this before. I have done this before. So I jump off. It went off without a hitch. It was fine. And then I swim to get out of the pool. And the thing about this particular cenote is it had like really deep pockets. There were not really any areas where you could stand up that were by the staircase to get out. And so as I went by the staircase to get out, I tried to put my foot on the stair and I missed it. And I panicked because I started to sink because the area by the stairs was not where I could reach it. And it had kind of like sharp rocks at the bottom. And so I didn't want to like step on the rocks and, get stuck under the staircase, whatever. I panicked. And so I started like paddling my feet really hard and I hit my foot. I like smashed it on the stairs or a rock. I don't know which one, but I smashed it on something. And from that point on, my foot was just in pure pain. I'm limped around. If you guys know, I went to Dominican Republic and I was at skate park. I limped around skate park for like another 3 or 4 hours to finish the day out. Or maybe it was like 2 hours. So I did that. And I damaged my foot and continued to walk around on it. Went out and partied that night. Had a good time and walked around on it some more. And then by the next day, my foot was like swollen. Like it looked bad. It looked really bad. So I had to go to the hospital in the DR. So, had to pay for that out of pocket. Don't know. I don't think it should have resulted in the injury that it resulted in. Like, I feel like I bump into things all the time. And I don't think that it should have resulted in the injury. But apparently, my clumsiness has caught up to me. And so now I am a limping girl. I'm a limping girl. And I just have to accept it. And that's okay. That's okay. Let's see. Chelsea says, Bree, it's fine. Rob doesn't really run or organize his Discord either. The mods do it. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. If y'all want to do it, we can do it. Digging Fiddle says it was, and the daughter started her own brand. Okay, yeah, that's what you were referring to. The black man that made the Jack Daniels whiskey. Tiny D says, Hella Swanky, helped me get on Discord. I still don't really know how to use it. Alpha uses it, so he probably would know, but I'm tired of social medias. I don't want to use any more apps. I'm against the apps. Deacon Fiddle saying, why? Are you talking about like why? Why? Deacon Fiddle says, see, this is the type of mess. Are you talking about me jumping off of a ledge? It's not that bad. I can show you guys. Once I figure out where my phone is. I'll have to, you know what? I'll upload where I jumped off. I'll upload some of the snorkeling videos because that was fun. That was cool. What else can we upload? That's fun. We'll upload some things. Jazzy G says, ouch, yes, ouch. It was horrible. The jump was not bad. The foot injury, I could have lived without. And it's been like almost a month at this point. Yeah, because I went on my honeymoon on the 22nd of last month, and it's the 22nd of this month. So almost been a month since the injury, and it still hurts. GFL says, I get that. Tiny D says, ouch, with the pink, with the face, pink tears. Yes. I don't know what I was thinking. I probably should have just relaxed because no one else got hurt. Deacon Federal says, rocks are hard, ma'am. And they were kind of sharp. Like, they were not comfortable. I did have on water shoes, so I probably panicked when I shouldn't have, but I was scared. Deacon Federal says, and we are getting older. Yes, and my injury is not shaking back at the way that I thought it should shake back. My bones are getting a little crippled here. Boo, I'm a ghost says, that isn't how I imagine you sprained your ankle. It doesn't make sense. It absolutely doesn't make sense, but it's not necessarily a sprain to my ankle. It's like on my foot. It hit like the top part of my foot, but maybe it hit like in a tendon section. That's what Alpha says. I don't know, but it's like, it's weird. And like when I put ice on it, it like freezes my whole leg. So maybe I hit a nerve. I don't know what I did. It's bad. But I mean, it's not that bad of a limp. I don't need a cane. I probably should have used my crutches for longer, but I don't want to use crutches. DK saying yes. Sue Magic says the important thing is you made the jump. The jump was phenomenal. It probably doesn't look that impressive. I'm gonna upload the video for you guys. But yes, I did make the jump. And to tell you the truth, I would jump again. Without a life vest, because who has time to wear a life vest? That's, no, I'm not doing that. I wore the life vest for like the chilling part because I wanted to float in the 50-foot section, but jumping off into the water with a life vest, that's not my style. Okay. I jump off every time I go on vacation. I'm jumping off of something and there's never a life vest involved. Chelsea says, to be honest, I don't love Discord, but it has its benefits. Live watch-alongs being one of them. Yeah, I've never used it, but it sounds like another app I have to get on and try to keep up with, y'all. I'm barely doing YouTube. Mary Malarkey says, ask the steel-toe shoes for your birthday. I probably do need that, and I probably need to wear them in the house. I stub my toe constantly for no reason at all. And I think a part of it is because I think I have poor depth perception because of my vision, and that's why I'm always bumping into things. Also, like the corner of the bed is my thigh's enemy. I bump into that all the time too. Ann Ward says, that sucks. That sounds like something I would have done. I feel like it just shouldn't have resulted in the injury that it did. I do regret it because I don't want to limp anymore, but I'm limping. It is what it is. Kimmy Locker says, could have been worse. Better your ankle than your head. That is true. That is true. I would never dive first into anything. I've seen too many things of people getting paralyzed or, yeah. I think that gives you like the initial scare to jump off, and then you have to remember it's like 50 feet down. But yeah, I would never dive into anything. I don't have that kind of confidence. I just jump. Even the jump, I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna post it. It's not that impressive. It probably was not worth the injury, to tell you the truth. Kimmy Locker says to Mary Malaki, maybe not the best water shoe. And then I'm gonna be sinking. Ann Word says those sharp rocks are scary. In the water. Yeah, and you never know where they are. And then I'm short, so it's like it's already hard to find a place where I can stand up. Deacon Fatal says, okay, I will say if your husband tells you to put your feet in, I would trust him on that. To put my feet where? To put the ice on it? He's not helping me with that. So yeah. He's not doing that job either. See, Deacon Fella says, I have time to put on my life vest. Yes, it's probably needed. I probably would not have injured myself if I would have jumped with the life vest, but I was being a daredevil, okay? I was being a daredevil. I like to be a daredevil for things like that, not for like, we also swam with the sharks. I never saw the shark because my snorkel goggles were not working, but Alpha saw the sharks. And we also swam with like stingrays, but they stayed really far away from us. And then we also swim with fish. We snorkeled to see the fish as well. So we did some pretty adventurous stuff, okay? I like adventurous things. So I'm probably still going to jump without the life vest. After I injured my foot, we then went on to like zip line into the lake. We zip lined into the lake, and we I guess that would be considered like a zip line where you hold on and then drop into the water. We did that too. Yeah, so I didn't stop the daredevil activities after my injury. It was, yeah, not about to ruin my honeymoon. And that's probably why my foot swelled up like 3 times its size, because I wasn't stopping my honeymoon. All right, let's see. See, absolutely not. I'll show y'all the video. I'm gonna upload the video so you can see. If I even still have access, because I still never downloaded all of the things that Alpha sent to me because, technology, and I don't like technology. Tiny D says, that's the Sagittarius in you. We like adventure. That is my downfall. I don't know. I feel like every time I get injured, I'm so easily injured. But I feel like I get into so many things I should probably be injured by. So I feel like it's just my daredevil karma catching up to me. Has to be. All right, so y'all got the story of the injury on the honeymoon. Hopefully it gets better. Hopefully it's not a bad omen for my marriage, That's not a good thing. But no, we had a good time. The food was really good. We stayed at a resort, so it was really good for a resort. So yeah, if you guys ever want to go to DR, let me know and I'll let y'all know where we went, or I'll tell you where we went. We went to Breathless. And you get to use like the Onyx resort next to it, and they're also building like a secrets resort next to it, so you'll have all of those food options. But by far the best food that I have had at a resort. And I went there twice. I went there like 5 years ago, and then I went there for the honeymoon, and the food is still the best food that I've had at a resort. So if you want to stay at a resort but you want good food, because a lot of resorts do not have good food, I would say go to Breathless, at least in Punta Cana. I don't know about other places. I don't understand. All right. Tinker Fiddle says, can we talk about the food next stream? I did not take pictures of my food, so we can talk about it, but it's like you had to be there to know. It was a good time, though. All right, y'all. That is all I have for the stream today. We will be back, maybe not next Tuesday, because that's like 4th of July, and I know y'all gonna be partying, days off and things like that. So we probably won't stream next Tuesday, but we should be back next Thursday. Thank you again, everyone that decided to join live with me, getting back into the groove of things. I know I've been missing in action, so I definitely appreciate you guys coming in, supporting the channel, having good conversations, getting off track as usual. It wouldn't be Bree Hive if we didn't get off a track. But I definitely appreciate you all for coming here live. If you have made it this far and you have not hit the like button, please do hit the like button for the algorithm. We are trying to get back in the groove of things. So we are going to be trying to be more consistent. I'm going to come up with a plan, and we're going to move. We're going to have it moving. All right, y'all. Have a good night, and I will see you on the next live stream.